Forget that snooty Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. We're diving into a far crazier character. Draco, the reptilian overlord. This guy's straight out of a conspiracy theorist's fever dream mixed with a fantasy novel. Picture him as a scaly tyrant, sporting a crown that screams, "I rule the world," slithering in the shadows and pulling humanity's strings with his cold-blooded schemes. He's lounging on a throne stitched together from dollar bills and lizard tails, smirking like, "All right, let's keep the laughs rolling," and dive deeper into the absurdly epic saga of the world-ruling reptilian Draco and his doomed rivalry with the Christian god, translated into zesty, side-splitting English. So, our boy Draco, the self-proclaimed reptile emperor, is still slithering around, convinced he's the slickest thing since sliced bread. Picture him polishing his scales to a mirror shine, adjusting his tacky crown, probably bedazzled with stolen diamonds, and barking orders to his army of brainwashed minions from a control room that looks like a cross between a snake pit and a supervillain's lair. He's all, "Forget that Christian god. I've got the Illuminati on speed dial, and I'm rewriting the rules of reality. This planet's my personal terrarium." Up in heaven, God's sprawled on his cosmic couch, scrolling through the divine equivalent of Netflix, when he catches wind of Draco's latest antics. He raises an eyebrow and mutters, "This lizard's still at it? I created galaxies with a snap of my fingers, and he's out here playing 4D chess with pizza delivery apps?" God's the ultimate CEO of existence, who once said, "Let there be stars," and bam! Trillions of them lit up like a celestial Christmas tree. Draco's little power trip? It's like a toddler stacking blocks and calling it the Eiffel Tower. If they had a second round face-off, it'd be a riot. Draco, baring his fangs and hissing, "I've hacked the Matrix. Every world leader answers to me. You're yesterday's news, old man." God, sipping divine espresso, deadpans, "The Matrix? Kid, I invented the code for reality. Your hacking is just you doodling in the margins of my masterpiece." Draco, puffing up like a blowfish, "I'm immortal. My reptilian bloodline's been ruling since the dinosaurs." God, stifling a laugh, "Dinosaurs? Yeah, I hit the reset button on those guys with a meteor. Want me to schedule you for the next extinction event? Here's where it gets even funnier." Draco, in a fit of hubris, might try to infiltrate heaven with his reptilian goons, thinking he can stage a coup. But God's got angels on speed dial. Think Michael with a flaming sword and Gabriel with a trumpet that could blast Draco's scales clean off. One heavenly smite later, Draco's army is reduced to a pile of designer handbags, and he's demoted to a pet store newt, swimming in a tank labeled, "Clearance." Or imagine God getting fed up and pulling a Noah's Ark rerun. He sends a flood to wash away Draco's empire, and while humans are chilling on boats, Draco's left doggy paddling, muttering, "This wasn't in my evil master plan." God, watching from above, tosses him a tiny life preserver and says, "Stick to sunbathing on rocks, buddy. World domination's above your pay grade." In the grand scheme, Draco's relationship with the Christian god is like a wannabe supervillain picking a fight with the guy who wrote the rulebook for the universe. Draco's out here thinking he's Thanos with a snap, but God's the one with the actual infinity gauntlet. One divine, "Be still," from the Almighty, and Draco's reptilian reign is toast. Literally, because God could turn his scaly hideout into a heavenly sizzle fest with a single glance. Poor Draco's left licking his wounds, dreaming of a comeback, while God's already onto his next project, like designing a new nebula or two.